She is perched on her rickety wooden chair, grinning at her textbook like it cracked a joke when she cracked its spine. I want to ask her why she is shivering under the AC at the table closest to me, hunched over hours worth of work I keep distracting her from. I could tell her to wear shorts in the shade of a walnut tree, stretch her bare legs on manicured and sun-baked grass, prop her head on bark, and watch as neighborhood dogs take their walks in between ladybugs and messages and paragraphs. But she chooses to sit here, reminding me of the first day we met. Her hair in that same haphazard ponytail, loose t-shirt, ripped jeans, curling strands dangling on each side of her head. They flew upward every time she sighed, rolling her eyes every time she let someone else interrupt her. Both our futures point to replacing cedars with palms, hands saturated with salt water, skin burnt and wallets hungry. The odds will always be against us. Too pale to tan, too busy to feel free. Moving one coast to another is the one leap we know we can take, but we will not take it together. She is alone, still staring at her book while I try not to stare at her, my waist pressed against the counter that blocks her off like permanent caution tape. I scrub sticky spilled lattes and pray for time to stop ticking, for someone to tell me that I cannot leave, because when I am off the clock, my obligation to stay will be gone. I will leave, the whole time wishing I could strap myself to the empty chair beside her and listen, wishing that I could forget that desire feels like vulnerability and I never learned how to be okay with that, wishing my nonchalance wasn't forced, begging myself to act normal, look normal, talk normal, think normal, say anything. Stay inside and stop worrying whether she knows how in love with her I am. Stay inside where it is cold and dark and sticky, because goosebumps are more easily ignored than regret. It is February and it is warmer outside than it will ever be in. The end. Whew, okay, well, hi guys, it's Sunday. What's up? I know this video is going to come out a little bit later than normal, and that's mostly because it's currently 1:34 and I usually release my videos at 1:30, so here we are. It's the situation. Wow, that made me emotional, sorry. I want to start sharing a little bit more poetry and stuff, and actually, I originally was thinking maybe I was just going to start sharing more on my YouTube channel, and then, you know, I tried filming this multiple times, and like the first time there was like chocolate on my chin the whole time, so I wasn't going to release that, but I also didn't have it memorized at that point, so I kept looking at my computer, so I was like, alright, I'll memorize it. So I spent a lot of time to memorize it, and then I tried to like make it a video, and then realized literally after I was already all the way done and the battery died that it never started recording. So here we are, I don't know, anyway. But I did decide also, I started like revamping my Patreon and stuff like that, and I want to kind of start making Patreon exclusive posts, which is not a thing I really do. All my social media, I usually link them all to some extent. I mean, there are some posts for, you know, individual ones, but like usually if you see something like on my Instagram, you'll probably see it on my Facebook and or my Twitter as well. But I want Patreon to kind of be like a separate thing, and there's going to be like a little special thing on there for people who support me on Patreon. I'm going to start sharing my poetry on there, and they're going to be like, I think it's like you have to like subscribe or something like that to like pay like a certain amount per video. There's a reward for like $1 a video, which you can go ahead and unlock all of those, so it's just like $1 a week. And then there are some that go a lot higher, all the way up to like me giving you free merch and sending you letters to your house and stuff like that. It's really cool. But I'm gonna start like posting videos of my poetry on there. There's actually one already up. But yeah, so this is just the one that I'm putting up on YouTube. It's a little less dark than most of my poetry, but I don't know, I'm still really proud of it. It's about a girl that I'm in love with, and you know, it still kind of makes me emotional thinking about it, talking about it, etc. So yeah, I just thought that it would be a nice one to share with you guys, because it's pretty much done. I might edit it a little bit more in the future because I'm me, but for the most part it's done right now. But I have a lot more poetry that I really love and I'm really proud of, and most of it's a lot darker, so I'm gonna start posting that on Patreon, and if you want to go check that out, go ahead and check me out on Patreon and just, you know, do the thing, help support me. I don't know, I'm excited. I also, on there, I like did a bunch of rewards based on like tiers, and I based the tiers off of my logo, all the colors that I have. And so I have a sticker for a couple of the colors and then like an extra one and stuff like that. So the first people who do the teal, the blue, and the, I guess, magenta or pink or whatever, will also get one of these stickers. So go ahead and hop on over there. And yeah. Anyway guys, that's going to be about all for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. I hope you enjoyed the poem. And go check me out on Patreon, and my social media, and subscribe to my channel. Shubscribe. I just said subscribe. What is wrong with me? When you're reading poetry and you suddenly can't mess up words anymore. Which is never the case. Anyway, okay, that's going to be about all for this week. I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for watching. Stay cool, MeowChiatos. Stay pretentious, MeowChiatos, etc. And I'll see you next week.
Why are you such a copycat?
I gotta go to work really soon.